More reaction. We're joined by Basic Education Spokesperson Mhlanga. Thank you very much, sir, for availing yourself this morning. No doubt a very difficult time for his family, but yourselves as colleagues and the education fraternity at large.
Yeah, good morning, Tutuzile. It is indeed a very sad day for us. Quite shocking, heartbreaking. We are quite saddened. Something that you would not expect on a normal day, but we woke up to the news of the demise of our colleague, brother, friend, comrade, and a dedicated leader, someone who understood his task and got up to it every day to do the best that he could, and we all know the results.
You have worked with him quite closely for a number of years. Perhaps take us back to when he joined education and what drove him.
Well, he's the longest serving MEC for education in all provinces. When changes took place in other provinces in the Free States, they took a decision to retain him, and that has helped in improving learning outcomes in the Free State province. Since 2009, when Minister Motsefa was appointed Minister for Basic Education, he was also appointed MEC for Education in the Free State, and they have been working together ever since. And yeah, it's been a very good relationship, humble, supportive. We will miss him. I also got to work with him very closely, and he would call me directly, I would call him directly. You know, one of those relationships where you feel that, you know, you're working with a brother, you're working with a friend, but we never lose sight of the task at hand. It was that type of situation. In fact, I remember one year, I think it was 2019, when I had gone to the Free State to address communicators in the province, and he gave us his time to come listen to us. At the end of that meeting, he asked me when I was going back to Gauteng. I said, I'm going back today. He said to me, well, here's my advice. Go to town, go get clothes, because you're not going back to Gauteng. What you said here today is what I want you to tell my senior management in the whole province, because I'm meeting them tomorrow. So I want you to repeat what you just said in this meeting about the importance of communication. And that's how I had to rearrange all my travel arrangements, cancel everything, went to town, got a new suit, prepared, and went to address senior managers of the Free State Education Department. That's the type of person that he was. He was dedicated. It's no surprise that even in this type of hour, he would have been on the road because he could not sleep. What drove him was the dedication. He had a passion. He always wanted to be on the road. He always wanted to be in every place to support learners, to make sure that they are motivated, they are given all the resources that they need. And of course, the results that the Free State province has been able to maintain all the years are the clear indication of the work that he has put in together with his team in the Free State. So it is indeed a big blow and a huge setback to the sector and society in general.
How do you perceive that not only the learners that are currently in the system, but those who went through the system under his watch at this moment will take forward when it comes to his legacy? You speak of his dedication, his openness, his always wanting people to succeed. Well,
we will need to take forward the basin and really work and do everything that we can in his memory. Those learners that came into contact with him will remember him for his jolly nature, always dancing, always singing, always wanting the best. He was known as Mr. Simply the Best. That is the message that they need to carry with them everywhere they go, even as they deal with the news of his passing away. So it's very important that we look at what he was dedicated to and use that to motivate us, to motivate the staff, the district directors, all the official staff in the office, in the circuit offices in schools, all school principals. He met with everyone, and I'm sure they are all shaken by the news. And we hope that they will be strong at this time. We are all in shock, but we need to be strong, pray together, and make sure that we support the family most of all. And of course, those that were in his office. I mean, you would have been working with him for the past 14 years now if you started with him in 2009. So it's really, really a big change that is going to affect a lot of people. So it's difficult times for a lot of people. So we wish that our condolences reach each and every one of them.
Speaking of spreading his work to other provinces, I think whenever it was results season, especially in January, between him and the former MEC of Education in Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, you were always expecting some competition and looking at both of them to see which province would do best. What can other provinces emulate from his dedication, from his work?
You know, let me tell you something about MEC Makgoe. You know, what he used to do, if he identified a high-performing teacher or school principal in any other province, he would take them and bring them to the Free State to make sure that they help him improve in that particular area where he's identified a challenge. So he was not afraid to challenge other provinces in that way. But he was also not afraid to challenge other provinces in terms of performance. He was always the only MEC who would travel far to be with the minister when matric results are announced. He always drove to the Free State, from the Free State to Gauteng to be with the minister and go back to do his own event. Always. When arranging that event, we always knew that, without even talking to him, that he was going to be there. That's an indication of the dedication of the type of MEC Makgoe. And even with the performance of his province and that of Gauteng, it's always been a competition, but a healthy competition which pushed both provinces and indeed other provinces to also want to be the best, just as he was.
Just maybe in closing up the conversation, your message to his family, perhaps?
Well, our prayers at this time, it's a difficult time. We convey our condolences, deepest condolences. We're also shocked and heartbroken. It's a loss to all of us, but most of all to the family. So we're saying our prayers are with you. The government is there. The Premier has already made an announcement, and the Minister as well has already also expressed a message. And there will be many other messages of support, but also support in other ways. The details will unfold as the day goes by. This is something that happened early this morning, so we're all still coming to terms with it. But all that we can say now is strength to all of them.
Thank you very much to Basic Education Spokesperson, Mr. Elijah Mhlanga.